the run resumes. We are now at day 121. We are fast approaching the climax of this journey. I think it is suitable to start out by sort of redefining our short-term objectives. We're not really looking for any fresh named gear. We'll maybe make one more pass through the wilds, but maybe not. So we can probably get rid of that one. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We found Goblin City. Arena buffs is one of them. Undead Necklace is one, so I can say Undead Ambition. Once that's done, we will get... Once the current ambition is completed, of destroying locations beset by undead, then we will get an amulet that we can give our tank for the Monolith to help him not respond negatively to fearsome checks and the horror from the undead priests. And otherwise, just looking to get some Monolith prep in by way of acquiring some consumables that will help us. We want a cat potion for our tank, a few other things. Oh, and there's probably one more thing. We got these like coats of plates and some new named gear and stuff that we need to give some attachments to. So I'm gonna add craft attachments. And I should at least be consistent with my capitalization. Yeah, so I think those are the things that we want to do. Looks like our Cleaver Bro got a bonus veteran level. So on the topic of attachments, escort caravan to Solmark. Could maybe do that. There is an armorer there. We've got a lot of money. Escorting caravans to cities with armorers and weaponsmiths is a decent way of getting named gear. We do have enough money that maybe that's not a bad idea. We can do it. Let's just see. We'll take an easy caravan mission to get ourselves started. Oh, and do I want to buy any tools? They're pretty expensive here. I'm gonna hedge my bets and not do it for the moment. Cool. They found a witch. We said she's not a witch. We're going to take a peek at Newmark on our way through. If you pause while a caravan's going through, you can see what's going on. They've got a couple different conditions. Probably one of the things I was kind of looking for is potentially beating back some lindworms if any towns are being attacked. I would like to fight lindworms because we've got these unhold hides, and all we need is the scales, and then we can get the lindworm scale attachment, which is very good. Alright, so these are pretty boring missions. We're not really too interested in them. The armorer does have named gear for sale, however, this is, unfortunately, outside our price range. There's also a Saleh for sale. We don't really need another Saleh. Not really. We've got quite a few that we've purchased here recently, so I think it's fine to not bother. I was kind of hoping for, you know, a cheap nimble helmet, maybe something like that, for named gear, that is. But it didn't happen, and that's okay. So I guess I should head down to Tarwa. Yeah, may as well. And then we can get some arena buffs going. Oh, and I'm not gonna head back for it. I should have bought tools or looked at the tool price. Whoops. Didn't think about that before leaving. That's okay. Serpents is not a beast fight we're particularly looking to take. I don't think it's a risk, but also just... Ifrits is also not really one we're looking for. We definitely would love to fight hyenas and lindworms. Those are kind of the two things we're looking to fight. I didn't find anything as far as camps go. Gonna miss that first fight at the arena from early morning. Ambush trade routes here. Hunt down what kills people in the desert. That will be fishing out lindworms, which we don't really care about. Oh, I guess another short-term objective is Goblin City. That would be a cool one to do. Boy, this is getting a little small. That's okay. So we could get another Night Owl Elixir if I think I'm going to do that, and I think I'd like to. 1 Blade Dancer and 2 Nomads, that's a pretty easy fight. So we're going to take in the banner for sure, because we want to get his resolve higher so that he can project it onto the rest of the team. And it'd be nice to get arena buffs on some more. This guy would be great, because he kind of needs a little more resolve. Because he's got Pessimist, it would be quite nice. And even the tank would be kind of okay. Not really necessary probably, but... How's this guy? Oh yeah, we'll definitely bring this guy in then. This should be just fine for taking that fight. Whoops. Okay. I'll wait here, let that guy go. Okay. So we do have a shotgun blast, which I think we're probably just gonna go ahead and do. And we'll get out the axe just for zone of control. I'm gonna let them come to me. I mean, I feel like I can just attack this guy, right? Can shoot the gun. You can only hit 2. It's probably worth. Oh, that's too bad. Let's see, should I shoot? I mean, it's... Yeah, I'm attacking 3 of them. Seems pretty good. Let's just finish off the guy that's easier to hit. Oh, got him. Alright, nice easy arena fight. We did get this guy, got him the arena fighter buff, which, you know, is gonna get amplified even further by Fortified Mind. So that's kind of nice. He's got some very nice resolve. So I'm digging that. I've got the option to stick around if I want. Or I can move on. I'm gonna buy some stuff from the alchemist. Don't think I'm gonna bother buying fire pots yet, but I am gonna stock up on a couple of these potions. In particular, the Night Owl elixirs are ones that will pop specifically to go fight Goblin City when the time comes. So I guess I'm just gonna move on. You can check out the Blood Drinker's Nest there. Might buy a little bit of tools. I'm sure I can get a cheaper price at the next city. Though I suppose it can pretty easily have ambush trade routes too. So they're not a terrible price here. Maybe I should just do it. Get a little food too. We'll stock up. I have a lot of money. There's no reason to not just kind of overdo it. At least to a certain extent. Yeah, as long as I don't fight those other ones at the same time, this should be fine. So these initiative gunners are kind of a liability for this fight, so I'm gonna pull them out. They're just a little too squishy, a little too squishy. And in fact, you know, this is probably this specific crew that's lined up right here is basically what I'm going to bring into Monolith. I think basically just like this, in fact. So, not a bad idea for me to just kind of be set up already with it. I'm gonna hear some fireworks going off behind me. Kind of exciting. Okay. Nice pack of ancient dead here. That will soon be ancient deader. And yes, I write my own jokes, of course. Could give these guys a blast before retreating. May as well. And we're gonna back everyone up. 2 hexes. A classic maneuver when fighting Ancient Dead. Gonna make sure to pull out the melee weapons in case with dodge quick hands I need to swap. And pull out a reach weapon. Could happen. Actually, I might bring this guy here. Yeah. Hmm. I'm gonna do like that. We'll bring this guy here and get him ready to fight some Necro Savants. He'll be really good with that sword. Alright, and the Necro Savants will go after their wait turn, so I'm just gonna wait on everyone. And we'll see where the Necro Savants jump and handle them. So as tempting as it might be to jump forward and fight, I'm still just gonna wait a teeny tiny bit. Except for this guy, who's too fast. We could get in and do a reap. On some ancient auxiliaries. A little too juicy for me not to. I think that amounts to a decent amount of stats by making people confident that it's worth doing. Okay, I could pull out a net here, but I think I'm just going to do a reap, and we'll get people in position to defend him. I was so quick to pull out my hammer, and perhaps should not have been. This guy's got such good melee attack, I'm really tempted to just have him, yeah, kill that guy. Hey, Bijante. How's it going? Okay, I'm gonna see if I can... Dang. So I could net someone. No, I don't have enough fatigue. Never mind. Just shy. It's probably safe for me to put a dog out. You always gotta worry about the dog dying. I'm gonna see if I can... There we go. I'm gonna wait here and see if there's like a finishing move I can do. I'm gonna give this guy an opportunity to proc Berserk, so I'm not gonna finish that guy off. Hey yo! Flapperjack 24. Wow. 2 misses. I guess we're not gonna proc Berserk there after all. Turns out Berserk is for nerds. Disappointing number of misses there. So let's... Okay. Proc 9 lives though. Hopefully our Warhound... Hey, good dodges. Good boy. Guess I could have pulled out the knife there first, but... Hey, Sins. The taco outperforms the bros. Yeah, I feel like that happens embarrassingly frequently. An exciting announcement that I have not mentioned yet, but Sins and I are gonna do a stream together tomorrow. You can catch us on Sins' channel. We're gonna do a kind of a co-play, and it should be a lot of fun. Live, laugh, bonk. That is a wonderful. So now I should get custom. What even are those? Are they just called? They're. My old man wants to call them emojis, but I guess that's probably not the right word. But my old man brain wants to call them emojis. Got him done on Fiverr. Nice. I'm weirdly nerdy about kind of being a DIY sort of fella, so I'd probably make them myself. Yeah. But I'm also like cheap as fuck. So for no reason. It's just growing up poor will skew the mind. Despite having decently paying jobs for a while now, growing up poor will make you do really inefficient things with, well, a lot of decisions. Let's give this guy more resolve. But yeah, we're at this point doing our essentially, because the run is blessed, we're taking the luxury of doing a bit of our over prep and also taking some opportunities to maybe do some other fun stuff, like take on Goblin City. I think we gotta bust a couple more goblin camps for that, but things like that. Want some armor attachments? I'm definitely fighting these hyenas. And 6 lindworms. I want to fight lindworms. I really do. 6 is a big ask. I'm going to take a moment to assess if I want to do that. I might. Which at first blush might sound insane. But I do have a bunch of initiative gunners that could be quite effective in that context, so. We shall see. Yeah. Is this even really a Slurgy stream unless his Cleaver Bro is getting destroyed for absolutely no reason? I'm not sure. Okay, hopefully we are able to get some hyena pelts out of this. I'm hopeful. Caw-caw! Game. That's just meat. That's just strange meat. It's not a hyena pelt at all. Alright, what is a Lindworm's initiative? I don't even know. 80. Okay. I was wondering if the one with brain damage could still manage to go before them. And I think the answer is still yes. So if I have 3 overwhelmed gunners, it's going to be hard to position them against 8 because that sort of clutters up the battlefield so much. Man, I really want to make some Lindworm attachments. 8 is a lot. It really is. 6. Why was I saying 8? It's 6. It's 6. 6 is still a lot. Ignore the fact that I was saying the number 8. But I could bring in these 3 gunners. I guess the polearm guy, the cleaver guy with the whip still gets an okay hit. He will be dual gripping this, and its base damage isn't totally irrelevant, even though they have the resilient perk, so bleed will be a bit less. And I've got this gunner too. I kind of feel like the fatigue neutrals are actually beefy enough that they can probably stand in melee and be okay. And obviously the forge tank will go do his thing. We're gonna try it. What's the worst that happens? So this initiative gunner that's real slow because his brain is damaged. We are going to do a little Swapsy-doozle to make him faster than the Lindworms. We'll just need to be really careful about how we're positioned. And I'm going to give some mushrooms to the old war scythe. That's true. Lindworms have 180 resolve. So if they flee, it's not because of fearsome, it's just because they got 5%ed into fleeing. I almost think that might be the only bro that I give those to. Probably is. Okay. Let's fight a big ol' stack of Lindworms, shall we? Actually, I'm gonna put this tank right in the center, because he's gonna have to engage with them. I do get annoyed with battlefields against enemies like Lindworms that have spots of high ground, because it can sometimes make them move a little bit strangely. Like where they'll kind of take a little pit stop there. And that can be kind of annoying. So we're gonna back up. Make sure we have favorable terrain. Okay. So this Lindworm is capable of getting into melee range. But let's do a quick... Caw-caw! Alright. Not really anywhere for guns to stand that's super advantageous. I think I might just back up 2 hexes and we'll kind of carefully let them come to us, I think is going to be the plan. Maybe moving the tank just 1 back. Kind of thinking that it might be reasonable to expect that we would move him just 2 hexes from his current location and do an indom, and that's how we start the fight. It's looking like that's probably what's going to happen. Well, maybe. Ideally we get some of these bros up and can attack on the first turn too. So I'm going to back up 2 more. Being a bit... I don't even want to say overly cautious, because I don't think you can be overly cautious against Lindworms. They're capable of making you feel real bad. But I want these attachments, and I kind of just want to see how the fight goes. Okay, this could work. Alright, I don't think I hate this. So, do I go ahead and let this guy get surrounded? He's pretty damn beefcakey. He's not... You know, this would be a really dangerous spot if it weren't for the fact that looking at the battlefield right now... no, I don't think I like it. Just because of the way the gunners are positioned. I think I'll go here instead. It's safer anyway. Anyway, what I'm thinking is most of the Lindworms are going to die from the bottom on their way up. So we're going to kill this group first. So we'll go ahead and get in here. May as well get an early turn on. Go here, blast and reload. And these initiative gunners, I might do something that might initially seem a little strange. I'm gonna wait here for a moment to see if I want to shield wall and get there, or if I want to just in-dom right where I'm at. Kind of an underwhelming turn, but I want to get the overwhelm on them, but I also don't want to be standing in this hex at the end of next turn. So I'm actually going to do a slightly suboptimal turn this time. I'm gonna go here, send this guy here. This guy can go here, is fine. And we're gonna do some throws, only because I want to attack and then back up. We're gonna end on here. I don't like this positioning. I kind of want to get to there, but we're gonna wait for the moment. So this guy will get to go first. And I'm just gonna end turn. Wait there. So now here I'm gonna, slight misplay. I should have thrown first, but then I'm gonna back up. Missing the throw is maybe not that big a deal, because I might want to reposition him anyway for next turn. Sneaky. So this guy is in some serious danger. Hopefully this goes okay. Okay. I've got a sword lance sweep going through there that I might do. Yeah. So I guess this guy's just gonna pull out his sword and try to overwhelm that guy. So, on the plus side, there will be a decent number of overwhelm stacks, where it'll be harder for them to hit. I think this guy I can push forward. Maybe shouldn't though. Let's hang back. Yeah, so those were lower chance to hit. Kind of tempted to get in here and just do a I wonder if this will be lethal. Okay, close. That's bad. It's very bad. Tempted to just attack this thing. Okay. As you do. Look at him go. Slurgy fighting an unreasonable amount of lindworms. A tale as old as time. Get up here and blast right there, seems pretty good. Should probably rally this guy. Look at him run. Look at them run. Definitely gonna need some tools work after this one. I wonder if it was better to just get in melee and adrenaline instead of what I just did. But unfortunately, I can't get anyone in melee of this lindworm, so. Do I bring the cleaver up here? Kind of risky, but just get more surround on him. Let's kill him ASAPly. That guy's fleeing, so I guess this isn't too risky. I can move up. Put a dog out, question mark? I'm not sure if that was right, but I'm gonna wait there. Dang. Haha, you cannot flee from me, windworm. You cannot flee. You know, that's a good question. And I'm gonna move up here, despite how dangerous that is, actually specifically, just to try to get more damage on that one. Try and get it to flee. And it's not doing it. Okay. The guy does still have 9 lives, but I guess I should have attacked with a greatsword there, huh? There we go. Now they're all fleeing. Okay, so now we're gonna have a tools cost that's like 200 tools. All right, but 2 Lindworm scales, which we can use to make 2 attachments for armor. As wild as that sounds, given how much damage we just took, I think that's worth it. We've got a bunch of armor pieces that we want to have those attachments on, and now we'll be able to do it. We got this thing, which is real good. We got a coat of plates, and this thing, which is also insane. So we just need to buy, you know, a thousand tools. And bone plating. Reinforced nets. We got all kinds of things here. It was a local holiday. People are celebrating. Alright, we don't really care about any of those contracts. We mildly care about these potions. Do we care about any of these injuries? Somewhat. I'm gonna take the initiative gunners out and bring these guys in. Not this one. This is kind of the specific squad that's sitting out here right now that I'm probably gonna bring into Monolith. It's kind of what I'm looking at bringing. Wonderful little core group. And so, those bros, I think I'm going to go ahead and fix up their injuries. We'll sell all this stuff that we don't care about. May as well sell the Shimmering Ashes. Honestly, may as well sell the Lindworm Blood. The consumable you make from that, the acid flask, is kind of underwhelming. I don't know. Maybe it's better than I'm giving it credit for, but I feel like it doesn't really have much use against anything. Maybe that's not true, but it seems pretty limited, pretty narrow, whatever it might be. If anyone knows a good use for it, I'd be curious. But we can craft other stuff in the meantime. Want to craft these reinforced nets with the gossamer that is here. I think we're going to buy a couple more nets. We can't, because there aren't any for sale. Then we're going to craft 2 Lindworm scale cloaks, bone plating, and it might be reasonable to do war dog armor with just the last 2. I don't think I'm going to fight any more packs of Lindworms. It's unlikely at this point in the run, so I may as well. I got a couple unarmored war dogs that I was keeping just for that purpose, that I can, you know, put out on the squad. Cleaver Bro. He wants a good dog because he's got Backstabber. He can put a dog out and do stuff with the dog or whatever. I don't know. Linram Scale Cloaks. So I'm going to kind of aspirationally hold off on doing anything to the armor of the Idjarok. I've got a a special plan, potentially, for something to do to that. Stay tuned. Sell the strange meat. I suppose, you know, since the strange meat is eaten as its last... apparently, I just learned this. Your bros will eat anything before they'll eat strange meat. I guess. So you may as well just not have it, because it'll go bad. But anyway, I'm going to give these Linram Scale Cloaks onto these other pieces of named gear that we found. So we're going to get some wildly good forge values. At least once they're all fixed up. Yeah, the strange meat, if it's the last thing they eat, then, you know, its value is limited to it being the last thing you've got. Let's see, and this guy doesn't have dodge, so it might be better to give him this and that. So got perfect nimble value there. We're gonna buy as many tools as we can for the moment, and we'll need to buy more. And we're gonna head to Kabira, and then I'm gonna fight some more goblins, and then see if we can unlock Goblin City and do that before sort of finalizing our Monolith prep. So we'll buy some consumables because we're rich and we may as well. We're gonna give the Potion of Knowledge to the one bro that we're still training up. Everyone else is doing veteran levels at this point. And we've got a couple backups in case we need things. Yeah, I'm not gonna do Black Monolith this stream. I have said in past streams, oh yeah, I'll do Monolith tomorrow, and then by the end of the stream I'm like, screw it, let's just do it now. But yeah, I'll probably wait for tomorrow. Do you ever get Lightning Sword for Monolith? The Kraken fight is such a variant, like high variance. You know, if there's a way I can figure out to do the Kraken fight that I feel comfortable doing it, I would like the Lightning Sword because of how incredibly good it is. But I have not that much experience with the Kraken fight because I find it such a slog and seemingly so... There's so much RNG on the terrain. So probably not. Maybe on Anatomists, if I can get one Uber Chad that I give the Goblin Trophy to, that I attract all the little tentacles to the side. Maybe. That seems more reasonable. So if I get an Uber Chat on Anatomists, I might be able to get Lightning Sword for Monolith. I don't know. It's also a lot of setup just to get the fight. You have to, you know, bring the lady her goods, and then she makes the beast and whatever. Then you gotta fight Rocket Geist, and I don't know. There's a lot of setup. I think I know the video you're talking about, and I think it is still... I think it's still very terrain dependent, because you have to have bushes to hide in, right? And if you get unlucky, like, you know, it just, the reward isn't there to fight it in that way. Plus, like, just like on a personal level, I find the fight really aggravating. Yeah, I think I've maybe only done it twice. Feedy has pretty non-chi strats. Really interesting. Well, I'll have to see what those are. I won't immediately say like absolutely not or anything, but it still seems unlikely. I don't think I have any use for a 290 helm. I think I'm pretty loaded up. I wonder if it's worth doing like a simple contract here and I don't know, maybe I just don't, and I'm gonna run over to Kabira anyway. Maybe I'll do one more stack of tools. It's gonna go down real fast. Kill it. Kill it myself. Okay. Whatever. Okay. Gonna head over to Kabira, look at what it's got for consumables, and tools. Probably tools more than anything else. Ifrits. Not gonna fight 36 Ifrits while most of our armor's broken. That seems like a bad idea. Kinda no point to that. We do want to fight goblins to unlock Goblin City. And this is a pretty mild goblin fight. I don't know that anyone's armor is so bad that we can't still do this. Not terrible terrain for it being a hill. Oh, goblins and their obsession with the scatter bonus. Attacking right into shields. A kite shield at that. A famed kite shield. You know, this guy's a little scuffed. The whole team is kind of. Hey, good night, Vigante. Gute Nacht. Just make myself need a whole lot more tools. What is that cursed emote? What emote? Did I miss something? What chatty mode? No Pathfinder. You can't see it on the chat that's showing on stream. Maybe you need 7 TV. I don't know what 7 TV is. Is that like a client or 7TV is an extension that show emotes. I guess I don't know. Chat is turned into a squirrel holding a spoon over a lighter. Do we want that? Boy, I'm doing an awful lot of missing. The tools needs after this fight are going to be not as bad as the Lin Room one, of course, but jeez. I've been to enough Twitch streams where the chat is already basically a squirrel holding a spoon over a lighter. That I don't feel like you need to force it. Let's get this guy out of there, actually. This ended up kind of a rough-ish fight as far as taking damage and tools is concerned, is anyway. The actual fight itself, of course, went fine. You know what? I'll let them go. I don't need them to hurt me anymore. But now we need more tools than we've got. That was not true previously. Got some more goodies here. Another potion of knowledge we could potentially give to Na, the mace fatigue neutral. Love that he rolled a +3 in melee defense. So we got 2 perks left. There's nothing here that we like need. He's pretty kitted out right now. Alright, and they got a lot of tools for sale, which is good, because, you know, we're gonna sell these Windworm Bloods. Take a look at what the mission is. Hunt down what kills people in the desert. Fighting Ifrits? Nah. We don't need to take a contract to fight Ifrits. If we really want to fight Ifrits, we can. And spoiler, we don't really want to fight Ifrits. Not intentionally, anyway. Anyway, back to this decision point. You know, like, honestly, it could kind of be sort of anything. Iron Will? Like Iron Will potion? I mean... No, I don't think so. I can't think of any fight where I'm gonna... I mean, I don't think so. I don't think so. Is there a use for it that I don't know about? Who would I run it on? No one's getting injured in mono. Right? I mean, Ancient Dead have terrible armor penetration. That it's like... there are very few non-permanent injuries that my bros sustain. Like... I don't know. They don't have enough damage to injure a Nimble Brother. They don't have enough damage to... Yeah, they don't have enough damage to... Like... Yeah, Iron Will for Icy Cave would be relevant. That makes sense. And like... I don't know, like running it ahead of time. Yeah, for Icy Cave makes sense. Because like, you know the bro you're giving it to. Like, you know the situation they're being put in. But like any other fight, like... the couple injuries you face, like which bro is gonna get injured? I don't know. That's kind of a crapshoot, whatever. And it's pretty expensive for... I don't know. I haven't found a use for it. I'm open to the idea that I'm wrong, but Icy Cave is that's a good thought. That makes sense to me. I rarely have an Iron Will potion for Icy Cave. Like, I don't think I'm gonna buy one for it either under normal circumstances. Yeah, Idurok. He's pretty good at causing injuries to like backliners. But even that is like sort of whatever. I mean, so many of the injuries in this game don't do much of anything. Like, they're so irrelevant. And even like, you know, in the Idurok fight on this run, for example, you'll see I went in with my super fragile backliners, and all I did, as soon as they got hurt, I just tucked them in and surrounded them. You know, So as long as I just put my hurt bros in the center, whenever he did his next charge, wherever that came from, you know, I was able to just work around it. And none of the injuries were that bad. I don't know. I feel like my attitude towards injuries generally is different than the player base. Possibly it's just people preferring 12-mana origins, and so the impacts are felt outside of the battle where it happened, whereas that's less relevant for me, but so many injuries are just like kind of irrelevant. The northern mono tank, if he gets injured, he's already dead. Like, he is not going to get injured by anything. There's nothing through Indom that is going to damage him. Yeah, that's true. A lot of enemies have Executioner. Like Chosen, for example. I don't know if the Barbarian Madman does, though. He's got a lot of the traits that Chosen do, but he doesn't have a few others. Like, he doesn't have Underdog, which I think is funny. Whereas normal Chosen do. So you bring a dog and you get a little bonus to your hit chance. Yeah, Brigands have Executioner. Yeah, that's probably the big one. That's the one that probably has the biggest impact. As far as perks I want to give this guy, I mean, there's nothing he really needs, honestly. So, like, I'm less keen to grab Fearsome on a Mace Fatigue neutral. I think it just matters a little more with an axe. Still could just take it. Basically, it's between like Fort Mind, Reach Advantage, Fearsome. I kind of feel like Reach Advantage is not terrible, given he's got really high melee skill. He'll be my first bro with it. It's kind of exciting. I'll do it just for that novelty of that fact. Well, I plan on doing Goblin City. That's a hard fight. Yeah. I mean, I kind of am just perking for mono. That is true. That is true. Oops, I think I clicked one too many times. I did. That's okay. I'm gonna fight a couple more. No, first bro this run, not ever. I've taken the Reach Advantage before. It's not my only time taking it. But this run. I probably take it on like one bro per run, around that frequency. I don't value it super highly, but about one bro per run is probably pretty close to right. But I do plan on doing the Goblin City. So I got a couple Night Owl elixirs that I'll distribute to the team. And we'll blast through Goblin City. Should be a fun time. But I gotta do a couple more goblin fights, because since I found it, I haven't fought many goblins. You don't really use it at all anymore? Yeah, I mean, that's reasonable. Like, it's not a very high impact perk. It really isn't. It used to be great, really. I feel like I'm kind of surprised by that. Did it change? Did it used to be where weapon swapping wouldn't get rid of it? Because that would make it a lot better. Oh, sure. Yeah, that era from before I even played the game, before I even owned it. It's so funny, the impact of that on the player base. Look at this. A few goblin shamans. This is like this basically is Goblin City. I think this one I will pass on. If anything, I'm fighting this at night, and a few shamans. It's kind of a nah. We'll fight some other goblins. We know there's one up here, so we can at least do that one. It should be night by the time we arrive, which is typically good. Caw-caw! Hey, look at him go. Well, seems pretty easy to get through spear wall to me. Oh. The pathing I chose there for that guy was not good. I don't know if Reddit meta even makes sense as a statement. I know what you're saying, but it is funny to me that maybe it makes more sense than anywhere else, actually. But Reddit is a very funny place when it comes to Battle Brothers builds. Or Battle Brothers anything. Actually. Yeah. You know, I feel like what's interesting about that, though, to me, is that I don't really follow other, even games that I've really played a lot. I haven't really been on the subreddits that much. Just Battle Brothers, which is so weird because it's, you know, is what it is. Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, but I've never bothered with the Dota communities. I don't really. Mostly, the thing is for Dota. Yeah, in True Dota 2. The thing about Dota though is that at least at the time when I was good at the game, which I started playing it again, and boy, am I terrible. I had no reason to consult Reddit for anything, like strategy-wise. So I mostly just went there to talk about like tournaments or players or whatever. Or read the discussions that, you know, is basically that stuff. But the other thing too is that, like, in a discussion, if I'm talking about Dota, And like, I mean, this is gonna immediately get really egotistical, but it's true. Like if I'm talking to someone and we're talking about something in the game that's strategy related, I'd be like, well, what rating are you playing at? They're like, well, I'm an ancient, like as though that's like good. And I'm like, well, I'm an immortal. And so just like that ability is just not that big a deal there, because people don't let you get to, they're like, how do you counter it? You know, this whatever their problem is. I'm like, you don't let them have that item. How do you counter a Spectre with Radiance and Manta Style and Diffusal Blade and this and that? And I'm like, you don't let them get those items. That's how you counter it. Like, that's the counter. And so, you know, there's a certain amount of just like credential flashing that you could do in that context. And I do think that that genuinely does at least help discussions stay relevant and like correct, at least based on current understanding of how a game works. Yeah, because at some point, like, there's like a measurable thing, right? So I want to fight this Shex. We are 3 H's away from something super serious here. I want to do this fight. It's not too bad. I kind of want to wait for nighttime. I also kind of don't want to bother waiting for nighttime. I also have to consider that, like, I want to make sure I get to Monolith by like day 145-ish. So I want to do Goblin City in this run through the wilds, I think. So probably makes sense to... Does that make it make sense to wait or go? Honestly, I think I'm fine to just go at it. And also, I think I am going to bring my gunners into Goblin City. They're pretty good there. So maybe I want their mood high. So we'll cycle out whoever we're not bringing to Goblin City, which is... most of these bros? Maybe not that guy. Maybe not those two. Maybe bring in this guy with the weakened heart, but he does have 9 lives. And I can give these two the items that make him a lot faster. I'll wait for nighttime. We'll just poke our head around over here. Okay, nothing. Anytime I'm fighting a goblin shaman, even just one. Oh! I kind of feel like I want to wait for nighttime. Just getting rooted right at the start of battle just sucks. Speaking of things that suck, I think this terrain really sucks. I'm gonna run my tank up, but this kind of looks like it's terrible. God, what is going around here? Okay. Alright, maybe this isn't... Alright, okay. It's better than I initially thought, but still not my favorite. guess I'll bring this guy to here. I think I might go ahead and position this guy all the way up here. Go here and shoot there. Seems alright. Make him dog bait. Or wolf bait, I suppose. There is something cathartic about whipping the goblins. I don't have a good rationale as to why, but there just is. No, I can't see that one. Stabbed him. No, you know, I don't even need to really attack here. gonna take out this very last goblin. Okay, named helmet. Kind of bad. 268's a bit low. Unfortunate, because, you know, we like named gear, and we like our named gear to be good. That one, not that good. And I think that might be enough goblin locations. I think. I have not been counting. And I could check, but that would take too long. And I'm lazy. That might just be 3 or 4 total. I'm gonna take another rando undead fight. How's our tools situation? Okay, we're good. We are just cruise controlling through basically every fight except for that Goblin City that'll be real. You know, we'll need to exercise at least some amount of caution. A non-zero degree of caution. Felt like the right thing to do. I was thinking I was just going to maybe soften him up, because it's not a guaranteed kill on an Ancient Legionary. It was for that guy. Yeah, I'll push into it. Got him. It's a very brave dog. Oh, he was gonna push him. Kind of funny. I wonder why. Brave dog getting in there. Don't want my dog to get hurt. That would be bad. Oh, what you gonna do now, ancient priest? Good try. Okay, let's see what we got for loot here. Hey! That's really good. That's really good. That's a really good nimble helmet. 150 durability for -4 fatigue. That is pretty close to as good as it gets on this item type. Pretty good. We've got a need for that specifically to fit into a nimble item setup. So it'll slot perfectly right in. How great. So let's see. I think I can do this without initiating the fight. Okay, I have not taken out 5 outposts. So we know there's one there. It's been a little while since we've passed through this area. Could see if there's any new ones there. How's our tools? Tools are looking good. Okay. We've got more than, I think, 4 different types of food. A plethora of nachos. If they really want to fight us, we will allow it. I mean, we may as well fight them, but looks like they want it to happen. Kind of a lot of T1 nachos for an extra T2 nacho. just a couple T3s. The T3s are the only ones we really need to concern ourselves with in any meaningful capacity. Only because they can eat our bros. And we don't want that. Suppose I did allow that to happen by blasting that enemy where I did. Go. Getting a couple morale breaks. Then once they're breaking, you just plow through all of them. Don't want this guy to get swallowed too far away, so I should be mindful not to let him get too separated. Adrenaline so we can get up and all up in their business. Okay. So that Nacho absolutely has to be surrounded and killed. Top priority. As soon as he eats a bro, you just can't risk it. I do like that they have like a little like covered in goop art effect after you get eaten by a nacho. It's cute. Okay. It took 0 damage. But gained some experience and kept the mood high. The team is euphoric. They're feeling good. Alright, so we will at least hit up this goblin camp over here. If nothing else, that is our option. Don't need to go after those unholds. There's maybe a few bone plating attachments we could add. That would be fine. I might just go ahead and do this one now. Put this guy behind these trees, should be okay. Actually, I like this little high ground spot. It's cute. Yeah, let's do that. So I can get up there and then I can blast from here, which is okay. Hit 2. Maybe I should do better. Go up here, hit 4. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey now. Hey, no. No, no, no. Don't you be doing that. That's rude. None of that puncture crap. We don't like that. No puncture. No, no. They're still trying. I will say, goblins are a fight where a sword duelist is just the right thing. Like, it's enough damage, the hit chance is important, the low fatigue cost makes it pretty relevant against all the stuff they make you use fatigue on. It's pretty nice. We'll let that last one go. He can live. Send a message to the city. I'm coming for you. Okay, is that enough fights? Has that been 5 goblin outposts? Let's see if I find any other camps. Orcs. They're kind of lining up pretty nicely for some gun blasts. It would be almost rude of me not to let them know my appreciation. That one could have been better. We're here for... yeah. was hoping I could just use Berserk to move further. Inventory is all full, as happens. Okay, there's another goblin camp. After this one, I'm confident it will have been 5. So, we'll do this one, and then we can do the Goblin City. And get ourselves a very, very fancy hat. Not the best attack. We'll see if we want to shoot our gun from there next turn. Probably not. Probably move. I like the sound effect that adrenaline makes. The sound effect, the adrenaline sound effect sounds really similar to whatever Star Wars movie it is when they're like powering down the tractor beam of the Death Star or whatever it is that they're doing. I like how they're still courteously lining up for gunshots. That's kind of nice. No, Mr. Goblin Overseer. I don't think you get to run. Your minions, sure, but you? I don't think so. Okay, name shield, and hey, fragile, but also still really good. 27 melee defense is no joke. That's fine. Alright, let's go fight Goblin City. Let's do it. I think it's time. I'll put this as one of the pocket shields on the tank. One of the ones he starts out with. It's maybe very likely to get blowed up if we fight something that's not goblins, but alright. Great Goblin City, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. I suppose people could get sick from drinking the Night Owl elixirs, so I will do so now. This guy, Pierced Hand. Iron Will Potion would be real nice. But that's fine. Okay, I need, oh my god. I don't have inventory space to do stuff. Well, who am I giving the Night Owl elixirs to? We would really like this guy to participate, though. Almost despite his pierced hand, I think I'm just gonna send him in anyway. Too useful. And so since he may be one that I can get in deep and take a bunch of arrows, I think I'm gonna give it to definitely gonna give it to the ranged bros, obviously. Not this guy, I guess, since he's holding the Fangshire. But I'll give it to this guy. This guy. Could give it to the tank. This northern tank, I'm gonna, similar to Monolith, I'm gonna send him up north and have him do his thing. There's usually a bunch of goblins up there. And I suppose I can give it to the bros holding the shields, because, you know, it helps them not lose their ranged defense. And that's probably good. I think I can leave this guy home. I don't think I need to take him. So maybe give it to this guy just so I can see further as he adrenalines. Seems a little narrow, but I think it's fine. We'll give it to this guy. To the Goblin City. Oh yeah. And I'm gonna move these speedy armors onto the speedy gunners. The other way around. And let's go get a fancy shield. Hopefully can get there in this particular cycle of night. Should be able to. Oh, it's so close. Damn. Those aren't going to come after me, are they? No. So unfortunately we're going to have to just sit and wait because we drank our potions. Kind of annoying. Can give some of these bros, like... Can give this guy a fire pot. And actually, could run this guy forward and just like immediately throw a fire pot. That's kind of cute. I like the fire pots versus goblins. Why not? Don't have to prepare for Goblin City nearly to the same extent as Black Monolith. But I think I don't think there's any further preparations I really need to do. I think that's basically good. Good enough. Yeah. Prepare the attack. Let's do it. Pretty blessed terrain. So it'd be kind of a mix of things I'm doing here, where some of the bros are gonna stick around and kind of protect the gunners sitting on the hills, and then a couple others are gonna go in deep and root out the goblins. That's more or less what I'm kind of thinking. This is how this is gonna go down. There's gonna be a bunch of goblin wolf riders along the sides that are gonna need to be managed. Oh, whoops. And so this guy I'm going to send up here to try to just hold as many goblins still as possible up there. This is a pretty good spot to perch. See if I can get a kind of a sniper shot on the shaman. Would be cool if I could manage it. Adren as good as expected against goblins? It has been. I don't know how much use exactly it'll get in this fight. Let's see. I think I just blast and reload there. I suppose the goblins there at the top have quite the high ground spot. Yeah, it's too bad that Stupid random goblin here is still alive. You think a tank to the north is a misplay? Where would you put him? Blocking line of sight for team and some allies can free nets. He's stuck being netted vine for a long time. Seems risky. I don't understand what you mean by blocking line of sight for team. I don't think he's at risk of dying. What is his range defense? 17. I suppose I should pull out a different shield, actually. In front of your squishier bows so the ranged enemies focus your tank. So just keeping him kind of in line. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Right. Let's see, do I go after this little wimp or do I just stay on guard for the wolf riders? Go after this wimp. He can come back. Really want to kill that ambusher. Or not ambusher. Shaman. Oh, I thought I had one more. Huh. Surprised I can't shoot at that hex, considering I can shoot at this one. Do you only get a maximum of 2 vertical hex? Yeah. He has, this guy's got the Night Owl elixir, so I did give him that ahead of the fight. Didn't I? Did I not? I intended to. I fully intended on giving him the Night Owl elixir. I thought that I had. Well. Yeah, those are pretty high hit chances against him. Yeah. Damn. I just want to free this guy. Good chance that that dog ends up dying and maybe giving him confident, but this gun is loaded. Okay, wolf riders are getting on top of me. So I think here I'm gonna put the dog down and then just hold my melee weapon and kind of wait and see. See what the dog can do. Okay. Good dog. Good boy. I'm a little worried about, a little skittish about sending this guy down here. Yeah, maybe it's fine. This guy's had stuff in his eyes the whole fight. Probably could have given this guy a second wind potion before the fight started, would have been a good idea. I wanted you to go, dog. Thinned them out a decent amount by now. Still have, you know, there's still plenty left, but good progress has been made. Don't have enough to shoot and reload, so I think I'm just gonna throw a hopeful jab. There we go. Might just get whipped back into not fleeing, but... Cleaver Bro is in danger. It's an obstacle. May as well also shield wall. No, I don't think so. No, I meant to free ally there. Oops, that was the wrong button. Hey, Brenly, thanks for the raid. We are knee-deep in goblins at this moment. I should help this guy out. Make him lose his lone wolf buff if I move up there. Maybe it's worth to just do anyway. Get in a position where I can actually start helping out. She's kind of at risk. Glad he hit him in his remaining piece of armor. God, these shamans have been so annoying. As they always are. Unfortunate. This stupid ambusher back here. Maybe I should just completely ignore him at this point. Maybe not though. But not with that guy. There we go. Get him, Banner. Okay. 20% chance to hit. Oh, are they running away now? We have lowered their numbers quite a bit. Didn't think they were quite at that point though. Seems I was wrong. Such cowards. Now I just need to keep these guys alive. Rude. I suppose this guy's pretty important to get up there then. This guy too, as much as he's able. Swarms of locusts. That guy's nimble forge though, and he's got still a pretty sizable chunky hit points left, so. I'm not sure that this guy going up there is a good idea though. Okay. They are well and fully running away. Shaman's still being a jerk though. Guy and his sword. Just trying his best. Trying to hit something. Can't quite manage. It's just these last two goblins. These two, immortal goblins. There we go. Whew! That was, that did go a little spicy. But the Emperor's Countenance. And wouldn't it be funny if I pressed this button and then press leave? Oh, psych. Okay, there were these skirmisher shields and food that's gonna go bad. Broken stuff. We want these bowls and plates. Okay. GG indeed. Whew. So we got ourselves a very fancy helmet. The Emperor's Countenance reflects 25% of damage taken in melee back to the attacker. And there's a piece of me that always just loves giving this to my main tank, since, you know, they're trying to get attacked. Gives them some pretty nuts Battleforge value, at least once they're fully forged up. Now we can hand this decorated full helm down. And actually, I think I want to give... No. I do want this guy to have a little more fatigue. Well, we can reconfigure items once we're have sold stuff. That makes more sense to me. All right, back to civilization. Back to Kabira. We need tools. We need to stock up. And then we can let those guys go. We want to fight one more undead camp and get a few... What is this? I don't know that I've ever seen this event. Civil War Wounded Soldier. Interesting. You just get kind of a dumb, simple armor that you don't care about. The only one I might care about is the decorated full helm, which apparently you can get. Yeah. Yeah, definitely a good event to get early on. For sure. Since you can get like an arming sword and a heraldic hauberk. But I think I don't really care about my reputation and relations with the noble house. Let's do this one. Oh, apparently it can also just be nothing. Though, I don't really have the spot to put it in, so I don't know that I would have been able to keep it anyway. So I'm not sure, you know, whatever. And dawn. And I suppose we'll just sell stuff here. We're not really, we're kind of at the point where we don't really care about money at all. Do I really not have these items equipped? Okay, we're gonna reassess that. I think I've got too many forge helmets. More than I need anyway. Okay, I don't think I really want to bother crafting any nacho necklaces either. I think I'd rather have the dogs. So I think I'm gonna sell those. We're gonna buy some tools because all our stuff's broken. So let's assess where we want. I mean, I'm obviously putting the helmet of the Aegirox somewhere. I'd like to put it here since it doesn't have a vision penalty. I mean, it kind of doesn't matter. I kind of just need something lighter so this guy can actually shoot the gun, but... we'll give him this. It's a little bit lighter than the other options, but it'll be fine. Yeah, we just got more forged helmets than we need. Can give you this guy a hyena pelt. This guy can get a hyena pelt now. Because we're not going to bring the gunners into Monolith, so we'll walk around with this squad now. The Mono Squad. And we'll put these armors on display back here. These helmets, I guess. Because what else am I going to do with it? We are fast approaching the point where we're gonna do Monolith. The only thing I want to do for sure, one, get more potions, and the other is do the one more undead camp and get this guy to level 11. And then the team is wildly over-prepared for Monolith. But, why not? And I kind of wanted to do Goblin City. It's sort of a... just one I like to do. Yeah, 5 is way too many. We're probably going to put mushrooms on Cleaver Bro. This polearm bro. Probably the banner, actually. And that might be it. So that's probably true, that there's no need for 5 mushrooms. I agree with that. I'll probably just use 3 for Monolith. Seems about right. Maybe this guy too. This sword with 25% damage boosts stacked together might even be able to one-shot Ancient Legionary. Not sure, but it'd be close. Probably could, but not reliably. That's my prediction. Not like 100%, but I think he would be within the threshold of where he could one-shot Ancient Legionaries with 2 of those mushrooms in them. I don't think he'd reach that for Ancient Honor Guard, though. We'll buy a couple fire pots, too, because we're gonna... Actually, maybe we won't even need those. So because we want to fight another undead camp, and we're not going to find those in the south, I'll probably take a teleporter to Blankenstadt and just search for an undead camp. Get the ambition completed. And then from that point, it'll be ready for Monolith. So we can travel over there. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna use the restroom. I will be right back. I am back. Yeah, Monolith soon. It won't be this stream. But it will be the next one. We're gonna... Oh, I need more food. Gonna look for a fight against some undead. Did I look at what these are? Yeah, I did. Got a new one. There had been a bunch of necromantic dead in this area previously. The zombies. So we'll see if we can find something up here. Worn down fortress that could be undead. So we'll see if it is. It is. And we've got a champion with a named shield from the looks of it. And is that another champion? No. Is a necromancer with no bodyguards? Curious. Sir Lothar the Ghost. He tried. He may well possess that same guy. Seems pretty likely. Whoops. We'll need to rearrange some equipment to make sure that doesn't happen again. To have a completely non-functioning bro. Not what I had in mind. Whip those dead. As predicted, he did in fact. Whipping the undead is funny. Whipping goblins is funny. Honestly, the whip is kind of a funny weapon. Let's just clog this spot up. I guess his armor is still quite chunked from previous fights. And by previous fights, I mean Goblin City. Previous fight. Suppose I'll go for the days. Oh. Yeah, I guess waiting there. Then getting hit by the fallen hero is not so good for your fatigue pool, huh? It's always interesting to me when the necromancer flees and their bodyguards still decide that they want to charge forward. But this is the fight we needed to complete our ambition. Very exciting. It'll give us the necklace that will make us much, much better suited to fight undead with their mind-altering spooky effects. We're going to give it to the tank for the Monolith fight specifically. And that will be very close to being basically everything we need for Monolith. We're going to collect a few more consumables, because we may as well. Truly don't need them though. But we are going to get them, because, you know, anything that makes the fight go from a 99.9% to a 99.999%, I'm going to take. We're gonna end this run with quite the shield collection too. And you know what? Some of them have been useful. Others just got sold immediately. Like one of those, I can recall an orc shield that was picked up not too long ago that was nothing better than vendor trash. As orc shields often are. Okay. That is such a cool graphic that I don't recall seeing ever before. That like skeleton hand grasping a bleeding heart. That's cool as hell. The item's fine. It's actually not bad. I don't know who we're gonna put it on. We'll put it in this guy's shield collection. We're making a little collection here. May as well add it onto the pile. And we hit level 11 with our final bro in training here. And since Monolith is the last major fight we've got, the resolve will matter more than hit points. And that will be true here at perk selection as well. And so I think I'll just go with Fortified Mind. Let's see, I should move some of this gear around a smidge so that all my bros are at least at functional levels of fatigue. I think we got there. So we'll head back to Blankenstat. Sell some stuff that we don't need. Simply do not need. And that's what gives us the Undead Trophy. Doubles your resolve if defending against fear and mind control abilities. Gonna be pretty nice for Black Monolith, despite the fact that our tank is already looking pretty good on that front. And do I have dogs on everyone I need to have a dog? Not that guy. Give him a dog. There we go. We can take the boat back to Kabira and then travel through the southern cities, collecting the last consumables to, again, way over-prepare for Monolith. Buy a variety of foods. And do I at least have some attachment on everything? The only thing I kind of want is like 1 or 2 more armor attachments for this one, and possibly something better on this, but I suppose that's fine. Oh yeah, and this coat of plates as well. But that's kind of a whatever. Oh, what's this? Nah, that's whatever. It's a named long axe with extra shield damage and chance to hit head. I don't care about any of that. I do, weirdly enough, because I haven't been able to find any nomads. I'm buying a pole mace. Which is a weird thing to do. But I just did it. Okay. Well, I think that might be a good stopping spot for me. We will be doing our battle against the Monolith next stream. So we'll see what Mike Valentine is doing. I think he's Polish? Not sure, but is a Heroes of Might and Magic player that has also been playing some Battle Brothers recently. So you love to see it. The more Battle Brothers, the better. It's a great game. So to all of you, have yourselves a wonderful day or evening wherever you are. Ta-ta.